Welcome back to the channel, guys. So apparently we had a press conference last night between Logan Paul and the tribal chief Roman Reigns for the crown jewel match you're about to have. Before we get started, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Help me out on my goal to 1,000 subscribers, baby. Yes, sir. Let's get into it. It's early in the morning, so if I seem tired, that's the case. But I still have some fun, all right?
With a groundbreaking announcement. Please welcome WWE's Chief Content Officer, Paul Triple H Levesque.
Oh, came out to the classic. Yeah, he came out to the classic. Yes, sir.
Time to play the game.
Wait, hold on. There's some Paul bias here. Paul Levesque, Paul Heyman, Logan Paul, all the Pauls. That's crazy.
All about control and you can take it. All about your stand and you can play it. It's all about me. Who's gonna make it? I am the game. You don't wanna play me. I am control. You can shake me.
How's everybody doing?
Doing great. I'm a little hungry. Kind of early.
It's amazing.
Want some waffles.
It's amazing to be here in general, but amazing to be here this weekend, in a big fight weekend, in a weekend where Canelo and Triple G will go to war tonight.
Well, yeah, give me some love. Yeah, that was
I want to thank
fight.
all of you for being here, all the fans that came here today, all the media that is here today for this announcement. WWE is all about spectacle. It's about being larger than life, putting on events all around the globe like no one else can put on. It's about events like last year's WrestleMania, 2 nights in Dallas, where we blew up the world. It's about events like recently in Cardiff for Clash of the Castle, where 60,000+ people
Pretty good
descended
show.
on Cardiff.
Pretty good show. Sheamus and Gunther, one of my favorite matches of the year, personally for me. I love hard-hitting matches, by the way. So
Wales, and we put on an event like no one else can. For WWE, it's events like this coming year's WrestleMania for 2 nights in LA at SoFi Stadium.
so far, Rams, what's up? They remixed it on him. Thought they liked you.
When it comes to spectacles, we also need to
Homie
talk
don't even want to
about
be there.
Saudi Arabia. We need to talk about Crown Jewel, and we need to talk about the biggest spectacle that will be happening on November 5th in Saudi Arabia, when Roman Reigns will take on Logan Paul. For the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. It will be a match like no other. It will be a
Here's the thing. I noticed that online that a lot of people were pissed off because Logan Paul got the opportunity to face Roman Reigns at Crown Jewel. I don't understand why people are even upset about that. Like, there's a couple of things you have to take into consideration. Crown Jewel. Crown Jewel, as far as it's been out, or as far as it's been a pay-per-view, the matches on there, you're not, for the most part, especially for the title, you're not supposed to take them seriously. How often does the opponent walk out of Crown Jewel with the actual title? Especially one of the main titles, if not both titles. Like, that doesn't really happen there. So it's not meant to be taken that seriously. Now, because I understand that Logan Paul just got here or whatever, but Crown Jewel is one of those places where you have those type of matches where it's like, I'm going to give this person a title shot, and it's not going to mean nothing after this is over, especially if Logan's probably going to, disappear after this. Also, at the same time, like Triple H always says, it's about spectacle. It's about this and that and the third. So Logan Paul, with all those followers and all these people he can bring, eyeballs he can bring to the table, that's perfect for this, especially when there's a lot of money invested into this. You want to try to get as many eyeballs as possible, which is why they recruit certain wrestlers in the past. to have these matches at Crown Jewels, whether you want to call them old or whatever the case may be. They know that those wrestlers are a draw to guarantee whatever they got going on in the contract as far as fulfilling whatever agreements they have to kind of give a reason to Saudi Arabia onto why they should be able to have another one of these out there. All right. Let's just relax. Just enjoy the show.
Spectacle like no other. Logan Paul. Logan Paul is a cultural phenomenon. Got more than 100 million social media followers. According to him and his crew, he is the #1 podcast in the world.
And I want to add to that too. The fact that Triple H is even like backing this entire match or whatever, that lets you know anything. Because regardless of what you think about WWE, a lot of people respect what Triple H thinks about wrestling. So the fact that he's like backing this, the fact that he's out here promoting this lets you know something about Logan Paul as far as his in-ring skills. Because if you impress Triple H, that means a lot. That has a lot of weight to it. So I'm not trying to write it deep, but I'm just trying to say that it's not like when Vince McMahon was around. Triple H says stuff. He's very, very genuine about the things he say about wrestling. Vince McMahon says whatever put money in his pockets. Like, we all know that. And he's a businessman, so that he's supposed to be like that. But Triple H is a whole different breed in his position, you know?
Fact. That's verifiable. That's a fact.
Got some mic feedback going on. I think Logan got that mic too close together.
He said that's verified. That is a fact. #1 podcast in the world. His appeal to a young audience is unbelievable. In many ways, Logan Paul represents the youth movement in the world today. In many ways, you could say that when it comes to reaching the youth of the world, Logan Paul is on a God tier level.
And that's the other thing too. That's the reason why it was great for them to recruit him. I get that they were trying to do the whole PG era, and that worked for whoever it worked for. But to bring someone in who has that type of following to WWE, especially with it being youngsters, I think that's why is that not a bad? Why is that a bad business decision?
And when it comes to the WWE, his dedication, his passion for this, I can tell you this, everything that he has done in the short period of time that he's with us, he has earned my respect. And I don't give that easily. Yep. He has worked his ass off for this. He's only had a few matches, but I think he's blown people away in that short period of time. And it was enough to earn my respect to want to see this event take place. Logan is somebody that is always looking for new challenges, for the thing that nobody thinks he can do. It's why he took on Floyd Mayweather. It's the thing that nobody thought was possible, but yet Floyd couldn't put him down. He went the distance. That's something that very few people can say. So when you talk about new challenges, there's no bigger challenge than what's in front of him now, because this is totally different. This is about Roman Reigns. This is about God tier in our business at a whole different level. I can say this with all certainty. There is no one in this industry even close to touching the level that Roman Reigns is on right now.
PWI said the same thing.
He is performing on a whole different stratosphere than everybody else. He's been champion for more than 2 years, unheard of in this time frame, in this era.
Roman is looking like, I ordered DoorDash and I've been waiting on my Chipotle for 15 minutes. Where is this guy?
He is a multi-generational talent. He is one in a million. So I can say this, in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia at Crown Jewel, I cannot wait for this event. Will Roman Reigns continue to do what Roman Reigns does and show the world at a whole different level? Or will Logan Paul get in that one shot Will Logan Paul do the unthinkable and drop Roman Reigns? Either way, it'll be a spectacle like you've never seen before. With that, I want to give the floor to Roman Reigns.
Las Vegas. Acknowledge me.
Feedback, man.
Everything Triple H said up here is true. Except that.
Good comeback.
I'm the greatest of all time, kid. Now, I'd be lying to you if I told you I knew all about Logan Paul. I've been given the statistics, the facts that I need to know from my wise man here. There's no doubt that this guy's done a hell of a job, but it's very simple. He's had 2 matches. I've been the champ for over 2 years.
Right.
When he first came to the WWE, I thought it was a great idea. I thought it was a great opportunity for both sides. This man has over 30 million followers, and what he's doing right now is he's bringing them all to his tribal chief.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Because
that's good.
before this happened, he was in a good place with the bloodline as well, because we're going to allow him to do what he's been doing. Logan, you could be on any show that I main event for the rest of my career. I appreciate you and the following that you bring. You can be the 3rd match on any card any single day. You understand me? But the fact that he wants to step up to the main event, ladies and gentlemen, let me teach you a little lesson here. You need to crawl before you walk before you run. And once you've figured out how to run, then maybe one day you'll be able to fly with the tribal chief. So we're gonna do your little boxing thing, this Logan Paul thing, this spectacle. We're gonna have fun with you for a few weeks, but when we get to Saudi Arabia, we're gonna smash you. And then after that, it's on you to figure out how to rebuild this castle, how to put it all back together, because I'm not gonna go easy on you. I'm not gonna treat you like you're in your 3rd match. You are in the deep end now. You're in the water with the biggest shark to ever live in the WWE, and that's Saudi Arabia. I'm gonna show you what God mode really looks like.
That was pretty good. That was pretty good. Now, 2 things I got out of that. I'm very interested to see if they do get to book a match between him and The Rock. I want to see how the mic work is going to go between the both of these 2. That's going to be really interesting. 2, I don't know how Logan Paul is going to come back from that. He better hope that Paul Heyman don't pick up that mic, because if Cul-de-sac Heyman pick up that mic, it's going to be double as worse for Logan Paul. So hopefully Logan Paul got something or some type of comeback that's at least decent. It don't have to be on that level, but something that's at least decent. Let's see what's going on.
Logan, would you care to respond?
Yes, sir. A lot of Samoans. A lot of Samoans. Wow. This is so cool. First and foremost, I do have to give a thank you to the WWE and Triple H for trusting me. I think I've proven myself in this industry, and it's an absolute honor that in my 3rd match, I'm facing Roman Reigns, the Tribal Chief, one of the best in the WWE and one of the best wrestlers, superstars of all time. So thank you, I appreciate you, and I promise on November 5th in Saudi Arabia, I am going to deliver a performance unlike anything you've ever seen before. This is what I do. This is what me and my brother do. I'm a disruptor.
Don't bring your brother up in this. They don't like your brother.
I attack at the top. I welcome any challenge, and I overcome all of them in some way, shape, or form. After I fought Floyd, I said in my post-fight speech, I don't want anyone to tell me that anything is impossible, because you're witnessing me do that right now. Any challenge, anytime someone says I can't do something, I step up to the plate. My brother is fighting Anderson Silva. A week before, I take on Roman Reigns in Saudi Arabia.
Yo, if both of them lose, if both of them lose a week apart, man, that is gonna be crazy. One of them got to win, and I feel like I hope it's not what I think it is, which I'm pretty sure is going to be. If one of them do win, that's going to be Jake Paul beating Anderson Silva, and that means Anderson's probably going to take the fall for it. Because you just never know when it comes to boxing and when it comes to money. Like, you just don't know what people would do to get like their bank account taken care of. So you obviously know he's not winning that crown jewel. That doesn't make any sense at all.
There's no duo doing this. This is simply what we do. My second boxing opponent of all time was Floyd Mayweather, and he could not take me out, and I am not even a boxer. Understand something. I have been wrestling my whole life. This is my sport. This is my industry. It took me a little while to find it. As I came of age, as an entertainer, as a performer, I kind of found my home in the WWE. And that's why I called out the GOAT immediately. It's what I do. And Roman Reigns, you might be the tribal chief. You might be the head of the table. And this might be your sport. But Crown Jewel is my match. Just like I said on my podcast, Crown Jewel, November 5th, Saudi Arabia, is my match. Roman Reigns, you are the head of the table. But brother, in every industry I ever do, I am the table. And Roman Reigns will acknowledge me on November 5th.
Okay, that wasn't bad. That wasn't bad for the underdog face type of promo. That wasn't bad at all. Sami Zayn.
So right now we're going to take a couple of questions from the press who's assembled today for both Roman and Logan. Please introduce yourself and ask the question.
Thank you so much. Lance Puckmeyer, USA Today Sports. Logan, can you elaborate on what you just said? How did you and your brother accomplish this, where in the span of 1 year, you've landed Floyd Mayweather Jr., the UFC great Anderson Silva, and now Roman Reigns all in the ring?
It's a great question.
Great agents and millions of followers. I think that's the answer to the question, but maybe it's a different reason.
And I can't say I know. I can't give you a factual answer, but I'd have to attribute it to our hard work and how much noise we make. This is the entertainment business. It's about virality. It's about eyeballs. And look around, y'all.
Basically.
There's a lot of eyeballs, and that's undeniable. My brother and I will always bring people, asses in seats. And I think Roman Reigns, I think the WWE saw that. They want to capitalize, and they know damn well I'm going to show up. And I know this guy's underestimating me. Look at him. He brought 5 guys. That's pathetic. He brought a team of people. I'm here by myself with my girlfriend and my manager and videographer. But hard work, man. That's the answer. There's no secret. We just work really hard, and we like to make a lot of noise and kick some ass.
Okay, so let's break that down a little bit. First and foremost, when he said, I can't really give you a straight answer, that just means that contractually he can't talk about the strings that were pulled to get to where he got to, which is fine. I don't have anything against that. If you have a lot of entertainment value, then you have a lot of say-so and a lot of weight when it comes to these discussions, and it puts you to a level where you can talk to certain people on certain levels that regular people can't talk to, which is why he got here. And it is what it is with that. And as far as him talking about Roman Reigns having a whole group of people with him, I mean, that's his bloodline. I don't know what point he was making with that Roman needed those people to be around in order for him to speak to Logan Paul. I don't think that was a good point, in my personal opinion. That's like boxers who have their managers and whoever with them just to walk around with them. They're not if they were his bodyguard, that's a whole different thing. Which, I mean, kind of, no, they're not.
Next over here.
Logan, Adriana with Fox Deportes. You said yourself right now, just a few moments ago, that wrestling is your sport. Do you believe in your heart that Roman Reigns is in for a rude awakening?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm built at the highest level. That's where I'm comfortable. That's where I operate. And I have been wrestling my entire life. Guys, I placed 5th in the state of Ohio, one of the hardest wrestling states.
Why
Did you wrestle?
That you placed fifth?
No, you play football. You play football. I'm more familiar with this than you are. You just been in the business, doing it professionally.
The only thing that Roman Reigns is going to have to wrestle with in regards to Logan Paul is that Roman Reigns is going to have to wrestle with his conscience in Saudi Arabia for the sheer beating he's going to lay down on Mr. YouTube, Jake Paul's lesser-known little brother, Logan Paul.
I told y'all in the last video, Paul Heyman with the ponytail was crazy, but cul-de-sac Paul Heyman, don't want to mess with him. He's a savage. And Paul sounded like he still hurt from SmackDown. Like when Logan told him, you're not fighting anybody. And he knew where that joke was going. He knew a fat joke was right around the corner. And Paul Heyman felt the joke before it came. Now he's still, getting in it.
The next question right down here in front.
Andreas Hale with Sporting
You don't
News.
even have a comeback for that.
Questions for
Which is
Roman.
cool, because you're talking about Paul Heyman, one of the greatest of all time in that. That's what Paul Heyman does. If not to some people, the greatest, which I don't have an argument against that either. But, man, I don't know what to say back to Paul Heyman. He's pretty clever.
Kevin Owens, Brock Lesnar, Triple H. You've wrestled the best. Why give Logan Paul a chance?
That's a good question. Why does that voice sound familiar?
Does this work? Because I'm a good tribal chief.
Wait, this Roman Reigns thing, this shirt, I know it's been around with the logo and everything. Do people actually wear it? Like, I'm not trying to be funny, but have you guys seen people walking around with it, like outside of WWE shows or anything like that? Like wearing that? I've never seen people wear it before.
And as the face of the WWE, the greatest sports entertainment and entertainment company in the whole world, that's my obligation to carry this company. If that's what they need me to do, smash Logan Paul in Saudi Arabia, then that's what I do.
Very simply put. Very simply put.
Next down here.
Alan Dawson at Insider and Business Insider with a question for Triple H. The Paul brothers seem like unicorns coming from YouTube and make an impression in boxing and now WWE. You mentioned earlier about being larger than life and a god-tier level, but specifically, what were the main things about Logan that made you think he'd be a natural fit here in the main event against Roman Reigns?
So I agree with you. They're a bit of an, I think you call them unicorns. Look, when it was first brought to my attention that Logan Paul was a huge WWE fan, that they were massively into the product and that they had an interest in doing something with us, I have to admit, I chuckled to myself and thought, well, if these guys want to come in here, they'll probably be like every other celebrity that comes in here, with the exception of a few. The first time they hit that mat, the first time they feel that physicality and how absolutely real this is, they will quickly change their mind and decide that maybe in the ring is not the place for them. Logan was totally different. Logan was a guy that came in, talked to us about it, and as soon as we talked to him about doing something, man, he started to put in the work. He was on the grind every day in the gym. I was getting videos, I was getting updates of what he was putting himself through to do this, and I was impressed. Still skeptical, but impressed. When I saw him in the ring for the first time, he blew my mind. I saw him do it again after that, blew my mind. This is a guy that, as I said earlier, earned my respect. In this business, I do not give my respect very easily.
That's a fact.
He has earned that, and it's why he is here. He has worked his ass off to do this. Is he biting off more than he can chew here with Roman Reigns? We'll find out.
Yeah.
We'll find out in Saudi Arabia.
Can he be Sami Zayn? That's funny. Sami Zayn.
I can hear you if you want to yell it.
Yell, scream.
How does that give you confidence that you can hang with Roman Reigns, the face of wrestling?
Man, I'm always confident. That's my game. I'm always confident. The delusional optimist. And guess what? People who buy this fight are going to see one of two things. One, you're going to see history be made, and you're going to see me beat Roman Reigns, currently the greatest wrestler in the WWE. Or two, you're going to see me get my ass kicked. But I don't care. I don't care. I'll never back down from a challenge. And either way, this will be a performance you have never seen before. Trust me, Roman Reigns, I see you not paying attention. Keep that energy up and see what happens. Keep underestimating me, keep playing me off, and you will pay for it, I promise you.
You want me to handle it? Paul Heyman's still hurt from SmackDown. He can't wait to dig on Logan, man.
The tribal chief wants to thank everybody for coming out here today. We're going to kind of call an impromptu close to this press conference because it's about time that people understand the difference between someone that has dedicated his entire life to the greatness that stands before you Friday nights on SmackDown and a stunt fighter. Someone who built his reputation on YouTube, calling out people way past their prime and just trying to hold on till the end of the fight. I don't need you to vilify what I'm saying. In other words, STFU, please, okay?
What?
And the same goes for you.
Wow.
It's time that you take your supermodel girlfriend and your TikTok account and your Instagram account and your Twitter account and YouTube your ass.
Isn't this Roman's press conference? Hey, Roman, why's your mouthpiece talking for you? You said 4 words and you're standing behind him. Why don't you stand up and say something? What are you doing, Paul? Sit your ass down.
Paul,
I see.
Oh, look at Roman. Look at Roman. I'm gonna let y'all do. I've been giving y'all survival skills and tips when I'm talking about wrestling. I joke around, but it's some serious stuff. When you see somebody like this and they grazing their beard while you talking about or to them, they're trying to calm themselves down. That's a sensory thing. Like, yo, I'm right around the corner. I'm opening a can on this guy. He keeps talking. I'm trying. Watch. Let's see what happens.
Before you. Greatness standing before you. The GOAT. The greatest of all time. And I'm here right now to save your ass.
You've been trying to save you since
Leave
SmackDown.
while you can. Because the beating that Roman Reigns put on you won't be the easy time that Floyd Mayweather gave you.
Another shot at Floyd. Paul Heyman, what is going on with you and Floyd Mayweather? You've been giving digs at him since SmackDown, bro. Like, what is happening?
He's not my boy, he's my tribal chief.
He's not my boy.
He's my tribal chief.
He's not my boy. Oh, I told you. That beard grazing. Play around with the grazer. You about to cry?
Ladies and gentlemen, it is official. Saturday, November 5th, Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. WWE Crown Jewel, where Roman Reigns will defend the WWE Universal Undisputed Championship against Logan Paul.
Hey, yo, leave Sammy alone, man. That's my guy. He's in my blood. He's red than the mug. Yeah, you know, it's my time. Sammy not playing. Sammy gonna put that work on you, Logan. Stop playing with this guy. All right. So that was an interesting press conference. I was entertained. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. It's a great setup. Triple H actually helped out Logan Paul a lot. I mean, Triple H stayed unbiased, but his contribution to the accolades for Logan Paul pretty much helped him on his side. If it was Logan by himself, it would have been so one-sided. It was just so unbelievable. But I get what they're going for. It's the everyday man that's on YouTube going against an entire group or a faction slash corporation, X, Y, and Z, that type of thing, doing something that isn't the traditional way of doing things. So I get how they're trying to get people on his side. But anyways, what do you guys think? Do you guys think this was an entertaining press conference? And what do you think about Logan Paul facing Roman Reigns at Crown Jewel? Not like what the results is. I think we all know what it is, but do you guys think that he deserves this opportunity to do so? Let's talk about that in the comment section. Thank you guys so much for watching. Salute. Peace. Have a good day.